Hello, and welcome back to the Cult of Larry Draft League for Season 7 for 2025 with me, GigaSaurusGames, going into Week 3 in the Initiate, the lowest level division. And this week, my opponent is Shopping Cart. That's a very fun username. My prep doc looks like this. I prepped fairly quickly. I'm expecting Lando T to definitely come because I'm a Coco team. I'm expecting Terra Comfey better than Terra Probopass, so I expect at least one Terra Captain to come. I think Wheezing also makes sense into my team, and then Chiu's just a threat, so I expect those four to come. Four of those five to come. Don't know about the other two. I have them waiting, but so here I'm gonna send the challenge. While that's work going on, I'm running basically just a hyper offense team. I'm just gonna try and hit stuff hard and fast and hope that works, because I didn't have a lot of time to prep and I didn't really know what to do. Okay, Hydrapple came, Metagross came. That makes sense. I kind of felt like Hydrapple was coming, but I wasn't certain. I'm running multiple Terra Ice, the Terragulus and Raichu. Are my Terra Captains, and they're both going to run Terra Ice because I think my opponent's team is fairly weak to Ice in Hydrapple and Lando. I believe my opponent's 0-3, so I look forward to being their first win and dropping to 1-2. The opposite of Lions, who are 2-1. Detroit Lions, who are 2-1. So my original thinking was, looking in prep, lead Coco hard into Alomomola if I see Lando, and then flip turn on anything, was what I was thinking. I think I stand by that plan unless I like the Landorus lead better. Which I actually might, looking at what my opponent got. But there's no Mega Pincher, so getting the Rock Up isn't that important, except for maybe Chi-Yu. So I think it's not that useful. I think getting my terrain up so I can start just killing stuff quickly is better. And my goodness, it's loud. I'm not this loud. Hopefully that's a little more listenable for everyone else. I'm thinking either it's definitely Landorus or Alomomola, and I didn't bring U-turn on Landorus. Whoops! That's what I get for prepping in half an hour. So in prep, I felt like this might be a Scarf Landorus, and it's leading like it is. I'm gonna go into Alomomola, like I originally suggested, especially because I just discovered Landorus does not have U-turn, which, I'm sure I had a reason for that. I guess I can hit Wheezing harder. And also I can hit this Landorus. Sludge Wave. On a Landorus Therian. I guess it's Scarf, but I don't know why it's running Special Scarfer. Okay. Weak to... Okay, so it is running Neutralizing Gas, so it is weak to ground. So let's go into Landorus, because Landorus can hit it with a Life Orb Earth Power. And I think my opponent doesn't have great switchings to that. I like that better than Raichu or Bundle or Jugulus, even Jugulus' choice specs, because Lando's still in the field. So I stand by liking Landorus here. I'm gonna Earth Power. If opposing Landorus comes in, I probably use Psychic. That's probably my plan. That's fine. I want to see. I feel like this is a Scarf Landorus, so let's see what it locks itself into. Also, I can verify that it is Scarf because with our speed tiers. Okay, it is a mixed Scarfed Landorus. Alright then. Sure. I suppose that makes sense. So it locked itself into Stone Edge. So Alma Mola is a pretty safe switch in here. I'm running an Assault Vest Physical Alma Mola, though I'm not running any offensive investment. But it does mean I have knockoff here. I can get rid of whatever its item happens to be, which apparently is Assault Vest. It's faster than I am. I will flip turn, get a safe switch into something. Which apparently is Landorus. Yeah. I'm just gonna Earth Power. I'm not gonna play games. That Landorus wants to come in, I'll let it. We know it probably can't OHKO me. Do I think Chi-Yu is coming in here? I sorta do. But I'm gonna go straight into Coco in front of a Landorus, because last time I went for Sludge Wave as its move of choice. And this lets me reset terrain. Okay. Hello. That's fine, I suppose. So this thing, Hydro Apple hits like a truck. Anything switches in probably dies. But I had U-turn, which meant I could do that. Going to Landorus. And this time, I'm going to use Psychic. Because it hits this super effectively, and it kills Landorus if it comes in. Goodbye, Wheezing. Alright, so that's a Scarfed Chi-Yu if ever I've seen one. I like Landorus better than most other things in my team. Let's go into Alma Mola to apparently absorb an overheat, and then I get a safe flip turn. Alma Mola is still slowly getting whittled down, but that's okay. I'm running Hyper Offense here. And I'm running Terrain Extender, so I still have several turns worth left of electric terrain. And my goodness, the music is loud on my end. I turned down the audio for the viewer a little while ago, but changing the music volume did not do anything, as far as I can tell. It's just really loud. I might have to mute it. Or actually, I can just... Yeah, okay. The real problem was I had my computer audio set to like 70 for some reason. Okay. I can go an Iron Bundle safely here. Yeah. There are not good Ice Beam switch-ins. And Hydro Apple definitely does not live a 4-time super effective stab expert belt Ice Beam from an Iron Bundle. Metagross is the only good switch in here. Because Chi-Yu, I outspeed under electric terrain. Because I actually checked my speed stat this week, and I'm actually properly running things to be fast under terrain. Alright, so I can now freely Earth Power, so I like that. Alright. So this thing was a concern in prep, and it almost certainly has Giga Drain. I didn't really think about this thing in prep, really. Almost certainly has Giga Drain. Let's just go into Raichu. The ground type is gone. I can hit anything with rising voltage. Okay. Don't love that, but okay. Interesting it's running... the fairy type is still running Terra Fairy. I wonder why. Harden to Coco? No. I think Raichu can live a hit. As I said, a hit. And... I might have screwed up here. I didn't bring a physical attacker. I brought Almamolo. Is that my answer? I think it is. Ugh. Let's try and paralyze the Comfey. And we're going to find out if it has a Giga Drain. I feel like it might not. So the problem here is I can't go into Landorus because it'll probably just kill me with Draining Kiss. Okay, its move of choice is Stored Power. I can go into Tapu Koko, get Regenerator, live another hit. Okay, well, or that. But... Ugh. I just had to hit it with a Sludge Wave and hope I can somehow live a hit. Nope. Yeah, no, this thing sweeps me. I don't see how I stop it. My only hope is I can live a hit. I have to live a hit and paralyze it. And get lucky from there. I did not get lucky. And everything else will die. I'm not even going to pretend that anything lives a hit here. It is not. Yeah. Iron Bundle has no special defense. Raichu has no health left. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Things I could have done to avoid that. In prep, if I brought Hisuian Gudra, that would have slowed it down, but wouldn't have been great because it's still neutral to Draining Kiss. But I could have like Heavy Slam. But once I was in the match, getting Paralysis and Body Slam was definitely my best option, and I didn't get it, unfortunately, so. That is, to be honest, even if I'd gotten the Paralysis, it would have involved a certain amount of luck. I would have needed to get paralyzed at least once, probably more. But, my opponent played well. I liked the position I was in initially. And then, it fell apart when the Comfey came in. pretty much. If I'd realized it wasn't running Giga Drain, there were things I could have done, but I really thought it was going to have Giga Drain the way it came in. So that was my mistake. And good game, my opponent. Good prep, good play, and that drops me to 1 and 2 and now I've got a very bad differential. It's like minus. It's like -6, -7 now. Which doesn't put me out of playoffs, hopeful, but it probably does in practice. I need to have a pretty good rest of my season, like not just pretty good, probably a really good rest of my season to really have a good shot here from here on out, especially because it's all the match opponents are set at the beginning of the season in this league rather than using Swiss format. So, yeah. But with all that being said, I hope you all enjoyed watching my getting swept by a Comfey, because I definitely did not prep for enough. And until next time, this has been GigaSaurusGames signing off after yet another loss. Bye.